Hello, hello, and welcome to day 29 of the Fall for Watercolor Challenge. Today we are painting a fox. I know I keep saying this, I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet. I am going to talk a little bit more about like sketching the fox too. So let's just like keep it kind of cute and simple. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to, let's see if I can get in here. You see that okay? So as I'm sketching this, I'm gonna kind of make like a little triangle. Okay, like I'll do it kind of darker right here. That's gonna be his little nose. Okay, and then we're gonna kind of take that up and around, and that's gonna be his ear, one ear. Oh, you can erase that line. And here's the other ear. Okay, and then we're gonna make this like little kind of wing. Okay, like this wing. And a little eye right here. The head is going to go down into the wing, and then we're going to make like a little kind of leaf style beard thing for its chest. It looks like a raccoon right now, but I promise maybe if this kind of swooped up like this. Yeah. Okay. There we go. And then we're going to do the back, kind of like that. A diagonal. Okay. And then I want you to start all the way from the bottom of your page. You can curve it around if you have enough room. I'm going to go ahead and just like make the tail. It's a really fluffy tail. And this is going to kind of have like almost like the end of an elf hat or something. And that tail's going to curve around to the booty like that. It doesn't look like a raccoon. I promise it's going to not look like a raccoon at the end. Grab an arm. And then we're going to do like a little scoop and an arm here. Okay. And then we're going to start painting. And what I want to do is we're going to leave this unpainted and this unpainted and this unpainted, the white parts. And we're going to paint the rest. And then we're going to play around with background to kind of show how we can make those whites really pop. Okay, so we could go like real deep into how to like shade and do all the stuff that we did with the kitten. So mix up a nice orange, okay, and we could get really into it, but right here, I really want to illustrate like how we can get. I guess are the ears white. I'm not sure. Why am I using like the biggest brush in the world? Okay, y'all, the Dayquil is Dayquilling. Okay. So just paint that. So right now we could go all into like the pets and fuzzy animal stuff. And oh my God, it's killing me because I love to do that. But today we're really going to talk about like the power of backgrounds and color blocking a little bit. Okay. So we're just going over with a nice shade of orange. If you want to play around with shading a little bit and stuff like that, I would recommend like making your outlines a little bit lighter, or like erasing them a little bit first. Like this is like a little chonky fox. Yes, you are. You are beautiful. Oh, is the light flickering for you too? Oh my God. Stop that. Hold on. Okay. I don't want to like stop this. So I'm really sorry for the flickering light. I'll try to fix it. Here. Okay, that seems to be better. Sorry, the light is a little bit of a different color. I'm having some like power issues. Okay. But yeah, I would erase your lines before you get into it, like just kind of lighten them up a little bit if you want, but I don't mind having them dark because I want to make sure that you guys can see it. Okay, that light is driving me bananas. So hang on. All right, so we've left these pieces light. I'm going to go ahead and paint little nose black. Doot, doot, doot. Yeah. And I would paint the eye black, but it's still wet, so we're going to wait on that. All right. And I kind of like how his tail is like out of the frame. Actually, you know what? That might be kind of cute if we like continued the tail. There's still some dark color like out of the frame, and then we painted the rest of the background. So like playing with that. What is that called? Like playing with the fourth wall, kind of. Okay. All right. So here we are with our little fox. I'm going to pause this and try to figure out the light situation. Be right back. All right. I'm really sorry, y'all. Hopefully it's not bothering you as much as it's bothering me, but oh my God. Okay. So anyway, we've got our little fox here. We're going to let this dry. And then we are going to play around with the background color to give it some drama. All right. Okay, so now we can take our little detail brush and we can go ahead and add the black little eye right there. Oh my gosh, these lights. I'm sorry. We're going to add the eye, and then we're going to talk about adding, doing like a blend. Usually we've been doing like wet and wet blends, but I'm going to show you how we're going to blend with wet on dry, because I'm going to give his little paw some blending here, but I don't want it to blend all over the place like it would with a wet and wet. So what I'm doing is I'm adding like a nice little layer of black right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean my brush off. And with that clean, like lightly damp brush, I'm just going to go and kind of tickle the edge of that paint that I just made. So just the tip of my paintbrush is tickling that edge. And this is going to give us like a really nice, and my paintbrush is like mostly dry. It's only like lightly damp. And this is going to give us a really nice, soft blend. I use this a lot with like my petals and stuff like that. So he's also got a leg over here. He may not know because I forgot to draw it. But let's go ahead and add that. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry for the flickering. I hope it's not too bad on your end. It's driving me bananas. Okay. All right. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And sometimes while you're wiggling it, if it like pulls out too much of the color, you can keep adding some more color to like the bottom end of that. Another fun thing for foxes and like when tails and stuff change color, that you can do sometimes is like to do like the tail to the white part wet and wet. But for the purpose of this exercise, we're just going to leave it nice and stark, like more cartoony. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to do like a really dark color on this side, and then we're going to do kind of a lighter version of that. I'm going to like transition it into a different color. Well, no, just a lighter version of that color. So I'm going to use my Da Vinci Violet because I really want it to be very dark. Oh, you know what? Do I want yeah, I've been really feeling the purple. So I'm mixing in just like a little bit of my Payne's Gray here. Perylene green could be really nice too. I lied. I'm doing my perylene green. Okay. Crisis averted. Okay, so I've got my perylene green. I've got it really dark right here. And the reason why we want it like super, super dark, so like lots of paint, a little bit of water. Let's back up so you can see my paint puddle here. I can't even see it. Let's get closer. Okay, so I'm like just almost right on that dot there. It is so dark. It's almost black. Okay, I got my big brush because we're going to be covering a lot of ground here. And I am, if you want like a smaller brush in the, like kind of right by the perimeter of your shape, of your little foxy fox, you can do that. I feel like playing it fast and loose today with my big brush. Okay. I'm just going to paint my way around my shape. He's so cute. You know, I was going to do something like a little bit more kind of realistic, but then I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to take too much time. And I'm actually like really loving, I'm really loving this kind of cartoony style. Like the ghost that we did too. That was pretty cute. I don't know. I'm just feeling it. Okay. Using my big brush to do small details. And we'll just keep it really saturated on this side. And then once we get to the back side, kind of right back here, we're going to just lighten it up a little bit. Because we don't have to have it, like I love the contrast of this white with this really dark color. And then once we get to the green or the orange of the butt, we don't need as much contrast anymore. Oh, sorry. Wiggling the desk a little bit. In this way, any of our like outlines that were a little too dark or whatever are not that big of a deal. And once again, this is really nice practice for like getting a nice smooth wash. But if it is not washing, you know, it is not washing how you want to wash, that is okay. And so I'm going to start lightening it now. So I've kind of got a little bit of a damper brush and I'm pulling some of this pigment. So if it is not washing how you want it to wash, you can always drop in some water or some salt or really anything, more paint, different colors or anything to just keep it funky fresh, you know? You don't have to stick with the same background that I am. All right. It's got a little white at the tip of his ear too, which I think is that accurate. Obviously my fox anatomy and fur knowledge is, I wouldn't say it's like great. Okay. So I don't know if you can see, but my wash right here, since I added that water, is kind of getting a little crazy. So I'm just going to take a damp brush and just kind of make it even sillier. Let's get a little more texture. Because I didn't want that harsh line. Okay. And now I'm just going to come in with just water, pretty much. And because we're using such a dark color, it's just still going to be on the brush a little bit. And that's going to mix over from our other side. So I'm just bringing in water. I don't have any paint on my brush, but because we're in this wet and wet action, we are still getting, and I didn't clean it like super hard, you know, we're still getting a lot of that nice perylene green. If you're feeling wild and want to add like a little bit of a shadow here, you can. Just because, you know, you can, but you don't have to. Okay. And because I really like the tail, so I just did the shadow like behind the arm. It's in that green color, but really light because it helps me get this tail to pop and this arm to pop because it's more forward. And then I just kind of fizzled it out with like a damp brush here up the top. And then we have our little fox. It's so cute. Again, you can go as hardcore if you want. But I think this is really fun. And I love that its little tail pops out. All right, so happy painting. We have 2 days left, if you can believe it. All right, see y'all in the next day. Bye.